Matthew is saying happy anniversary, keep up the great work. Dolores Lacqua, congrats. Birds of a feather flock together. Jose Honesto is saying, since I became a part of sorry, it's a long one. Right, since I became part of the 2 hours Friday night hangout, it was always full of fun and excitement with the different topic every Friday, making you want more and not skipping a Friday night because you never know what you may miss or what you could have contributed that night. Happy togetherness, my friends, and looking for another year of Doc, Scholar, Finley, and Reese. What you get from Facebook and Scholar saying, Godfrey, you have to stop. I can't say I have a favorite show because all was excited and very interesting. Most of all, we all had stories to tell, whatever was the topic that Friday night. Eric also said everything created by humanity goes through metamorphosis to remain relevant. Otherwise, it will die. Susan saying, my favorite program. Congratulations on your anniversary. My family enjoyed La Diablesse. La Diablesse. Jose Honesto, I think by having some of our seniors calling in, making their contributions was part of my highlights on a Friday night. Cynthia, I look forward to this program, and we're almost finished. And Matthew, congrats to y'all. Always make my Friday night alive. And DK Hodge is saying, keep up the good work. Here's to many years to come. I enjoyed the school days. That's it. Oh yes,
Lovely. Lovely. I have to share this one with you all. Someone says, Reese, I wish to congratulate the team on its 1 year achievement. I was really delighted to learn that if I had any beef with anyone during the year, I could wait till Carnival to give them a yeah, to give them a good hiding in the mass. So interesting. That dog fault, eh?
But you know,
anyway, guys, we need to go back to the telephone. Let's go back. Yeah. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Good evening. Congratulations for your 1 year. This one goes for Scholar. Scholar, what do you mean of Sukunya?
I didn't get that.
Sukunya.
Sukuya?
Eh.
Sukuya is woman legal.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, okay.
All right, thank you very much, caller. 435-204, that's the number to call. Let's go back to our telephone. We Culture, good evening.
Good afternoon, Godfrey and the crew.
Good evening, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon, Godfrey and the crew. I'll tell you all have a good show on what's going on. I've listened to it whenever I am at home, and it's something that could reminisce to something I could think of when I was a little kid growing up on the west. You know that little hill above Texaco?
Yes.
Where the terminal is.
You're talking about the terminal in St. George's? Hello, caller. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. All right, so let's continue. Now, guys, for me, I really don't know which program, but the one thing that always stuck with me from all the programs we did was when one of our dear friends called and say that well, basically we ain't ready yet, because when we're talking about culture, we are talking about the future of the children. Now, I don't remember which program that was, but I always remember that. So, that is bad. But I mean,
superstitious. I think it's the same superstitious belief now.
Yeah, I think it was a program where it say woman holding man.
Right.
No, it was one of those superstitious
Yeah,
beliefs.
no, yes. No, actually, I remember. The actual thing we were discussing was the sweat rice. Because I remember when the fella said that, somebody text and say, don't worry, he probably get us wet rice.
Yeah. The man was concerned about what is it that we are talking about on radio, and he was saying that children are listening.
Yeah.
He had an issue with children listening.
No, he said four adults, four big adults, they talking this stupidness.
That was when Godfrey someone spent
We have taken out here.
Well, according to a fella on one of them Sanford shows, I didn't know that. Anyway, let's go back to the telephone, guys. Let's go back. Oui Culture, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, caller.
Yeah, Godfrey.
Hey.
Godfrey.
Listen, turn down your volume and listen to me on the telephone.
Yeah. All right. You hearing me?
Yeah, here you know. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. No, this is a very interesting program. Happy anniversary. It's a long time I'm trying to get early on Friday night, but I'm lucky tonight to get early. So, when we're talking about La Diablesse and Ligaro, just last week, me and my mom was talking about La Diablesse. And she was trying to explain to me how La Diablesse come into Grenada. Because she was telling me the first set of La Diablesse I ever come to Grenada was from a boat from Carriacou. Because I think was some, I don't know if it was like Wheeler and them boat when they used to bring down cattle and pig on boat from Carriacou to Grenada. They say a set of La Diablesse came down on the boat, a set of pretty ladies. And they came into a store, which was used to call a Miss Bell store, better known as Paramount. I think that store still existing in Grenville. Yeah. These ladies and them came there, they buy a set of garments and things. All different cloth, pretty cloth, all they do good shopping there. And when these ladies and them walk out from the store, when they reach certain part in the tongue, they disappear. And all the money that the people had collect from these La Diablesse and them, when they put the money in the jar, after a certain time, when they open the jar, all the money turn gold shit. And everybody, they cried and said, well, look, people come and shop here. And they were showing the people the whole jar gold shit. So they said that's where La Diablesse is from Carriacou. La Diablesse come out to reach in Grenada. And they give me a story. Oh, God. They say he had a man. One day he met this pretty woman in the street. It was like a late night, evening time. He decided, well, he see this pretty man, he want a wife. He chat this woman. The woman decided, well, look, I would. Well, she agreed, so she decided to invite him to she home. He followed the woman. He followed the woman to go to in she home. He said, but the woman lead him. He seen like it's a wide road. When he reached to the woman home, he seen like a palace. So when he sit down there, the woman said, well, I want to prepare a little meal for you. Sit down there and he waiting. But he said the man sit down. Like he sit down on a couch, man. He pulls up. But he said, while he's there, you see the woman in the kitchen. She's storing the pot, but she can't. The pot boiling, but she can't in the pot. Storing she fingers. But then he start to think, well, how somebody could be cooking and pot boiling, and she's storing she with fingers. But my mother tell me, what saved the man? is because he had a little dog following him. So when certain time the dog keep grumbling and barking, he's trying to chase the dog. So every time the dog come close to him and watching where the woman store in the pot and he grumbling, he chasing the dog. But certain time, when he catch up himself and he realize, well, no, he's in a strange place here. He just, like the woman disappear, and where he catch himself in a bamboo stool, sit down here. But Elizabeth tell him some words in part and say, you lucky you had his dog with you, otherwise
all right. Thank you very much.
End up in the deal. He didn't expect.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed, caller. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Reese, you have any more comments on Facebook that we can share with our listeners? I know that they're coming fast and furious.
But Godfrey. Right. No, I just think that there's certain information about the program because I don't know, maybe we could have started. I think your suggestion of having that program and the characters that were chosen, like myself, when Scholar came and then Reese. I mean, I've seen so much what I would call growth and development by all of us, I would say, in terms of how we gel, how the various way we dealt with the issues, and I think that dynamics that took place maybe among us was what really caused the program to maybe grow in leaps and bounds. And I say, I think, every time we go out on the street, people may give one criticism or other of other persons. But I must say that in terms of two individuals, Scholar, to me, is the person that brings the fun, the joy, the richness of our language. I mean, he's a master confusion maker, but he's a master, humorist. He brings all the humor in the program, and sometimes we deal on a serious topic, and Scholar will just light me. And I think he has to be really complimented for that kind of balance that he has brought on the program. I must say, my dear friend Reese came in a little bit shy sometimes. She was very good at the first time.
Hold on. Your dear friend?
Well, I don't understand that. Lucky mode, Reese. The man.
Sorry for my wife when she came.
Listen, just yesterday, a gentleman can tell me that up to now you don't get to share cake here today.
Everybody wants
you get all that cake. And your dear friend.
Take it back. I've already taken it.
Godfrey, give him a chance to reintroduce again. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think so.
And then my dear wife was so.
Listen, look at Doc closely and see if you see nothing fly across my head.
If it was a bright day like a pot spoon. Yeah, and I have seen, and I've actually wrote on our regular chat that I've seen Reese really grow in confidence and being able to deliberate. And I thought that was really, really, really good. As usual, Godfrey, is like you host the program, you come in with your expertise that probably none of us had, and you just steer the ship. I remember a very particular time, three of us, Scholar, Reese, and I, we said, no, we're not doing that program. We don't want to do that program. And like our old dictator, Godfrey said, we're doing the program. A little coward, we're doing the program. And then we came to do the program. And I was so surprised that, although we shied away from doing that program, that at the end, it was such a wonderful program. The insertion with wife and husband, the credit cards, all those innuendos in that, has made that program so much more meaningful, to John Public, and I think they attached to it. So I just thought I wanted to say that, before we go to everything else.
No, I think it's important, because and you mentioned scholar, and I think, not just us, but I think the Grenadian population has seen a side of scholar that they probably never knew, and I have gotten it a lot that people know scholar to be this calypsonian who want to go on stage and let go fire,
lyrics and
and not knowing that this fella have this extremely humorous side of him that can have people just going. Also, we have to give a lot of credit to Mrs. Jeffrey, because she was the one who actually found the Reese first. When we were talking about the mass and the vehicle came in, and as a matter of fact, it's only later I got to learn that it was Mrs. Jeffrey who found Reese for us. And here we are today. What's going on about that? Scholar, I don't know nothing about that.
Godfrey, let me tell Doc something. Doc, this kind of big thing you're giving me there, the only thing I find in my heart grow is me hair.
Plug together? Yeah.
If you think about it, I started this program with hair just as dark and Godfrey. And look at me today.
You hear me? But also, we mention was made of myself and Scholar and Reese. But let me tell you, folks, when the idea hit me to do this program, the first person that came to mind was Livingston. And I if I'm not mistaken, and Doctor, I probably called him the morning, maybe about mid-morning, and I said, Livingston, let me do a program on culture. And his response was, yeah, let me go. And then I said to him, but the program is 6 o'clock this evening, And he said, yeah. And here we are today, 1 year after. That one program, it was the 1 hour we had on the Thursday evening when we initially started. And then we experimented with the 2 hours, the Thursday, the Friday, because it had to do with something with the revolution or something like that, or October, somewhere around there. And the rest is history. So it is no. I have to agree that the team, whether it was by guess or what, me and Doc grew up together in Tivoli. We know each other from little boy. Scholar is my partner. We always talking kaiso and quarreling and arguing about some kind of thing. I know Reese is a little showy woman from Guav. So because and I remember the showerness from 2009.
Godfrey, when you mention Scholar and say Scholar, you and Scholar always arguing. Can you think about somebody that Scholar interact with that he does not argue with?
Yeah, he fed Dan. He can't argue that.
Okay. No, I can believe that one.
Let me give out a joke. Let me give you a joke about it. At the March Grand night, we backstage. And that fella is stubborn, eh? And as I've been watching. And when Dan comes, she say, what I tell you, and I tell you, don't leave the man alone, don't interfere him. He didn't say, Tao. He couldn't say, Tao.
And that night I win you.
And he win that. Anyway, we started to take the talk for ourselves. Remember?
But just before you go, there's one little thing that I want to comment on. The name of the program, right? Remember? Because there's a story to it, and remember the amount of backlash we got for the name.
Yes.
If you could remember.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
And look it now. Look it now. As a matter of fact, I've seen other entities actually copying the OUI.
Yeah, we this and we that.
We cooking. There's we cooking.
Yeah.
We papa.
Yeah, we papa.
Let's go back. Let's go to the telephone. Let's go to the telephone, guys. We Culture, good evening. Hello.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
Good night, Godfrey.
How you doing?
A day, Godfrey. Godfrey, happy anniversary to you all. I mean, you all have a good program going on. I enjoy it. I had good times. I had sad times. The sad times I had is most time when I try to call when the topic is so interested, and you're talking so much that I'm not getting the opportunity to spread my wings and fly. So this now, I applaud you all for this great program that you all having, that I could able to express myself tonight. I wish we always have an anniversary like this. Because the thing about it is, most of them are coming and I say, well, I'm sitting down and I'm listening. But Godfrey talking so much that I can't get the opportunity to say what I have to say. And I know we are educating each other. So by that now, I applaud you all very much. I learn a lot, I gain a lot, and you all have a good program and continue. But Godfrey, please, don't talk too much. Give us a little chance when we have to call on the telephone, please. Thank you. My dear Livingston and my Finley, Jeffrey, the scholar, you are a great man. And Reese, I know you have the conflict, but they're coming up. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much. I find that woman against me. You know, actually, and my dear Livingston and Scholar and Reese and here, Godfrey, you're talking too much.
Godfrey, almost every Saturday morning I get in my hug in the market from this woman now.
Well,
Godfrey, I just want to read something a caller, for matter of fact, Mr. Dominic Jeremiah.
Yeah, I was just going to read it, but that point.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Scholar. You read better. No way. I give way.
I can read Buddha. Talking in this time, when I read. Go ahead.
Mr. Nelson, the team, congratulations as we celebrate 1 year. It is hard to believe that a year has elapsed already. Your contribution to the preservation of our way of life and our cultural, historical conscientiousness must be commended and will be valued for years to come. As you are aware, I am a faithful consumer of these rich and insightful dialogues. The archives of this program will become part of the documentation of all aspects of We Culture, Mr. Jeremiah. So I just thought I would say that.
Thank you. Yes.
Coming from Dominic Jeremiah, that's huge. Yeah?
Oh, definitely.
Dominic Jeremiah is not a simple fella.
Yeah, but just you know, I guess in our encounter, but for me in particular, interacting with people in the market and on a daily basis, is the range of listeners and viewers that truly amazes me. You have two persons that are total professionals, highly educated, as much as PhDs, and you have persons that drop out from primary school that can, you know, find a place in our program, and you know, find some place where they are comfortable. And one person that we see read out a post there, and that person, he hit it on the ball when they said the different demographics, persons coming together, and we are able, somebody going to any church, any religious faith, can feel comfortable here. Any political organization, you know, can feel comfortable and being part of that program. You know, some people believe I'm aligned to a certain political party, and there are persons that are aligned to the next political party. And when we meet, the level of conversation we have is so friendly, so cordial, because we all can relate to this nostalgic feeling of our past and embrace the past. And I must dare say that this is probably one of the programs that the elderly fully embrace, because not much program is geared for or to tap into the sensitivity, the nationalism, the past, the days that their life experience. But I think We Culture actually is doing a good job in tapping into them and having them contributing in a meaningful way.
Right. So let me just read this here quickly. And this is coming from one of the guests we had on our program some time ago. Happy anniversary, you're doing a great job, MJ Joseph. And you challenged me with the patois. We have just completed an intense training workshop for our teachers, and that's with the patois. So I'm sure we know, who the person is. All right, let's go back to the telephone. We Culture. Good evening.
Yeah. Good night, Godfrey. And
good evening.
Again, I know just now my phone was on a typhoon. That's why I didn't listen to me. What I was saying is, we used to sit down in the night. Those days they didn't have street lights. And we used to sit down on the veranda and watch up the mountain, and you see light flashing. And anytime the light flash and we didn't see it, we all used to dash for the door to get inside, because you see the lookout take off and coming down the hill. You understand? So I was just trying to tell you, this is one of the things as a young kid growing up with no street lights, but side pitch dark, and you could see on top of it, but there's fly, but we think it is like a roof. So when it take off and the light flashes down the hill, we coming. But I have a little suggestion, because I hear you all saying about if you have any suggestion to make.
Sure.
We have a lot of talent in Grenada when it comes to this kind of culture. And if you go around different parts of Grenada, and I suppose Caracol and P.T. Martinique is included, there is a lot of people you could just sit down and listen to the conversation. And some of them come up with some unique way of talking and making statements about someone or something. So I don't know if it's something you all ever considered, that whether it's something that you all could put together. And like once a month or once every 3 months, or you go around and you secretly film all these things, but then you get the permission of these people to air it. And you see something like what used to happen years ago as little kids with anti-cake coming in from Trinidad. Around 12 o'clock, everybody wanted to go and sit down on the radio. They didn't have television to listen to these programs, but now we have television and everything to hear, and you can see people just natural talent and just watching somebody and could make a statement about them that is genuine, not vulgar or anything like that. And I think Grenadians would appreciate that, because sometimes if you go around, you can see and listen to these people out there, just make you laugh and because the talent is in them. So I don't know if it's something you all ever consider. That might be something you all could consider doing, let's say once a month or every 3 months, you put together something and you say, well, okay, we have this program to show tonight for an hour, probably just half an hour. You understand? So something like that you all could consider. And I believe it could incorporate with the We Culture program, because of our culture. And people, if we could, a lot of things we sit down and watch a lot of foreign programs. If you put together something that is local, I'm sure a lot of people gravitate to it. So probably that's something you also consider and make us laugh a lot.
Thank you very much, all of us. Yes, indeed. All right, Rissy, I think we should take some comments on Facebook, because we're getting close to wrap up time.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we have Fitzroy Adams saying congratulations, watching from Brooklyn, New York. Alexis Simon, happy anniversary to We Culture. Always look forward to the program. Keep it up, guys. Susan Clark, I love sharing the program to friends and family. Alexis also said, this program is such a wonderful program. Well done, guys. Gemma Hanks watching from New York City. Julia Caesar, Felician, we watch from UK. Hello, Chip Chip. Which one of you is Chip Chip?
Doc.
Okay, all right. Susan Clark, a rich culture.
Had to be dark.
Y'all make me laugh.
It must be dark. That must be dark.
Everything is me.
I know, right? So Susan Clark says, our rich culture comes alive. Gemma Hines, happy anniversary, blessings. Hannah Plenty, happy first anniversary, We Culture. Hannah is another one of the
yes, indeed. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jose, that caller needs his own show. I guess that's a caller who spoke for a while. Hannah Plenty, We Culture team, you could have chosen to be elsewhere every Friday night, but you have stood there to entertain us and remind us of our rich culture. We thank you. No, yes, that's putting it into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Definitely.
You could have chosen to be somewhere else. Yeah, Jose is also saying, I think for the coming year, I would like to see Karakou and P.T. Martinic being a part of the We Culture family.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Hannah Plenty, we never knew Scholar was that humorous. And that's true. I would like to add to all the things that was said about Scholar. I know that in his Calypso renditions, which is what a lot of people know him for, there are some people who love him, and there are some people who don't like him. He knows that. But I think
they just don't make joke with it. Don't joke with it.
Yeah, he does touch some cons. So I think with the program, a lot of people have been able to see him not just for the Calypsonian or the teacher they heard about.
A human side.
Yes, they're seeing like the man does actually talk bad. Like he just talk bad. Yeah. Right. So Cynthia B is saying thanks. I really look forward to Friday night. Informative and relaxing. Continue the good work. Jose, knowing Scholar going in Shantim going to McDonald College with an insurance salesman bag underneath his arm, always clunging around and giving someone talk about something, especially under the big tree at McDonald College. Cynthia said she seconded that comment. I don't know what that would be. What is something? Alignment is only on the election day. Okay. Jose is saying the CPL games will be on soon, so I guess we'll be going on a vacation again. Okay. Godfrey say, okay, so you answered no CPL will not affect the program, right? Okay, good. Jose, caller, we need sponsors for We Culture.
Yes.
Okay, right. Is it Jose the board of directors?
Let me just take this last set here. So someone says, good evening, congratulations to the team, especially Godfrey for such an initiative. You have a lot of us Grenadians going to sleep smiling and having a good night rest. Someone says, happy anniversary, I enjoy your program, I look forward to hear your program every Friday night. And someone said, love and blessings, be safe. And they said, can we get the program extended, please, Scholar? Yeah, you're great. Go longer, please, from next week. Go longer. Caller, Doc has to get up before board wife week, so we can't go longer. And if we go longer, you don't get boring. We want to keep it nice. We want to leave you wanting more. So guys, we have just 5 minutes remaining.
I think we need to dedicate our 2 minutes to thank and to recognize all of our guests.
Oh, definitely. Well, yes, we can go with that.
And I think Doc, I'll pass the honors over to Doc.
Yes, definitely.
Well, let me start because I would not remember all, but MJ Joseph one, remember Ann Peters, she too made a nice entrance. Risi, Mr. Franklin Marshall was here several times. Charlton Henry, the fisherman. Guys, I'd like to continue. Help me.
Well, we've had a number of people. We've had Chris the Riggs was with us. His brother was on the program with us.
Anthony Riggs, yes.
Yes, we
think about the revolution, Gary.
Yes. That was a big program.
Yeah, our dear sister.
Yes.
Miss Mason.
Banfield.
Miss Banfield.
Miss Mason, Miss Banfield.
And Miss Mason,
Right.
yeah. We also had the gentleman from Dr. Nicole Philip Dow.
Yes.
We had Dr. Kellan Bob.
Mm-hmm.
And also the gentleman from Tivoli.
Ivan Bola.
Yes.
Ivan
Yes.
Bola.
Yes. Yes.
Ivan Bola.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And then we had when we were doing the October night, we had another gentleman. I think Godfrey is cool with you.
There's a gentleman who teaches at a national college. He has long hair. I forget his name. He plays chess.
Kwabina.
Right.
Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Kwabena. Amen.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes.
then of course we had the gentleman from Caribou.
Yes, Mr.
Fleury.
Mr. Fleury. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had Mr. Brzezinski.
Yes, my good buddy. He was on with us in when we were dealing with the I think the language.
Language, yeah.
Yes. Himself and Chris the Riggs.
Godfrey.
Yes.
We had Mistress Jeffrey.
Yeah, well, I didn't forget that. I was gonna come to that. Definitely.
Right, don't forget.
No, I didn't forget.
Right.
I didn't forget at all. And in any event, I give her some kudos earlier already. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that was good, right?
And of
So
course,
I think what is important though is that the guests, don't forget also that though they were not guests, but we had Mr. Robinson and
yes, the lady from yes from we had Charlo from down by me down there.
Guy you down there, yeah. And what is good is that they really added to whole their expertise.
Yes.
I mean, it was superb, and I think they added a special dimension to the program. And this is one of the strengths of the program, that there are times when we understand that we must get some resource people to bring come as a fifth and sixth voice.
Yes.
Right. And there are times when we alone together, and there are times when we delve deep into some philosophical issues that are not for laugh or anything, but issues that go far into research and so on, and then we can pull it back, and then next week we go into something much freer so that people could laugh and so on. I think that also is.
Oh, definitely.
Guys,
Definitely. A good friend one time, Mr. Brzezinski.
Yes, he was on.
Did we mention that past principal? I think it was a school in St. Andrews. Was it a Grenville Secondary?
Yes, Miss what's her name? Miss Vashti Stanislaus. Yes, Stanislaus. Yes.
Don't forget the guests that we had when we talk about radio. We had Dubai.
We had Jeffrey Ed. Yes.
Jeffrey Ed, that's right.
Definitely.
You see, you're clicking.
Oh dear, man.
Yeah.
We've had
We had a lot for that, yeah.
quite a lot, and of course, our Facebook friends, Ernesto, of course,
All the regulars, yeah.
Yes, Emmanuel Livingston from Bias up there. I mean, so much. Colin Olusua.
Harold Tyson. Harold Tyson.
Yes, we had Harold as well.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, when you think about all of those people that we have just mentioned, they do not follow, if you think about it, the ordinary way in which the other programs get a guest. We get guests that people would never guess.
That's right. They never guess would be a guess.
To make guess.
Yes.
And I think that is one of the strengths, because people would, you're accustomed seeing a man, every time this man. And
Every time. Recycled. Yes.
Yeah. But we ain't recycle people and we ain't things. So
No.
Yeah.
Guys, there's one person I really want to give credit to, and maybe you guys probably don't know, but it's my good friend, former colleague of mine here at the GBN, no longer with us, Andrew Jerome. he is one of our very, very ardent followers. He listens every program, and he calls me the following day. We talk a lot about it. Sometimes he makes suggestion. In fact, he is one of the persons who believe that this team is the perfect team. And Scholar, I don't know for what reason the man just believe it, Doc, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. He just believe it, Doc. I tell him, I say, man, one thing, man, we on this Doc. What? He say, my lead Doc, hello.
Don't forget as well that this is the program that Chris and Doc.
Yeah, Doc. Listen up, you remember?
I got many names on the program.
You remember the first time Doc come? When Doc come and Doc started to expatiate, by Monday, Doc won't be on the headlines, Don't forget that, Doc get big, the international recognition.
If I don't lie, I find see Doc on CNN.
Maybe. No. Was Al Jazeera embassy anyone? I think it was Al Jazeera.
But I think that we should wrap up by saying a few names for me, a few people that interact with me on a serious basis.
Yes.
My name is Flavian Antoine. Always give me some tidbits, and you say you try to call, you can't get me. There was this guy in Birch Grove, extremely knowledgeable in terms of history. I one day hope we can bring him on, brave boy. And then we have people that are real ardent followers, people like even Devon Romain and Tral and Morvin and Richard Duncan and Petra and Ann Peters. All those persons and them that always, are generally there, following and giving me ideas about things that just feedback on the program. So I think it is good for all the listeners, those persons that contribute on a regular basis to the program. I would like to say, and that is my closing. I would like to say thanks for all that they have met me and said, Mr. Buckmeyer in Grenville, we always have an idea, a solution that we should use, So with all the people that meet me on the street and those older ladies that always want to protect me from the venom and the anger and the tongue lashing from the two other bandits on the program. Yes, I would like to thank them immensely for their love and support.
Don't forget the push doctor. Doc, I'm telling that. Don't forget the push doctor, because we ain't really bringing full some later.
Dr. Guido Marcel, yes, definitely. I mean, and that's the beauty. I mean, just sitting here talking, you can just sense the longevity of the program, and people saying they hope it continues. I can't foresee, because the thing about it is, you realize almost every discussion we have, it takes you back to something we spoke about before. And that's the beauty about culture. It is so connected that you just cannot get away from that richness. And this is wonderful. So
what I recognize is the tentacles. Like you talk about something, but you could always go in that angle or this other angle, and so it's unlimited the way we can,
Oh, definitely. So, Reese, your closing.
Well, before I close, let me just take some of the comments here. Okay. Just right. So we have Jose saying, so We Culture now on coffee hours from 9 p.m. The big one and his radio personality. Okay, he was just adding to the people that we were mentioning. Lance Gawe. Jose said, I think having Reese on the program was a great idea. Having a woman perspective and she blending as well as a fella, laughing out loud with contributions and intakes. Yeah, Jose. Hannah said, Doc went global, laughing out loud. Kenisha Douglas, you all need to tap into Karaku some more. I totally agree.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, Karaku is loaded with history. Yes, a lot. Jose is saying happy Friday night anniversary. Kenny Sher Douglas is saying, hence I will say again, Carriacou is rich with culture. Okay, so that's it. I guess a few more might come while we're here. But I would like to just mention that within the time that we've been on the program, there were a lot of things that people liked, mostly, and there were a few things that people did not like. I remember clearly there was one caller who thought that we weren't taking the thing as serious. You remember that caller?
Aye.
Because they thought that we were laughing a lot, and we really had to let them know that it's not that we're not taking it seriously, it's just that we try to see the fun in everything at the same time and just try to keep it as light. But everything is taken with a level of seriousness to it. I would like to invite people who are new to this to go back and look at some of the programs. It's only been a year, and it's Friday nights. So the most there could be is 52 nights, and there have not been 52 nights because we've had break, Olympic break, different things. So go back and look at it. I myself, sometimes like that fisherman program, when I went back and look at it, I was killing myself laughing. It's as if like, it is not me. I am looking at somebody else. It was that funny to me, even though it was something that we just did the night before. There are a lot of people who meet me every day. I got called Lugaroo, Lada Bless. People want the cake. People seriously want the cake. People jokingly want the cake. There was a gentleman who sent this book for me, Royal Reader.
Royal Readers, wow. Yes.
Yeah, he sent it for me he did tell me that he wants it back and that he has one that is even in newer condition, but he sent it for me so that, when we were talking things, we can, refer to it and stuff like that. So people are taking the program seriously. They have been connecting with it. And I think with that, we can say that our main objective has been served. We are reinvigorating people. We are getting people to talk about things. Some of the things that were taboo, we brought it to light, and people express about it. And I'm just happy to have been part of this journey. I'm grateful that we have people who have been increasing in terms of their views of the program, the listenership, and all of that. And it would be a travesty if we don't go forth with some of the ideas that have been put forward here, put the unique spin on it, and just try to develop the program more and expose the real people. Scholar, you and I can agree on this. The real people, the on-the-ground people, the people that we don't pay attention to, we don't look at, they have a lot to contribute. And when they come on, we're doing something for them, and we are doing something for you. So, to wrap it up, I want to say happy anniversary to all the We Culture fans, and happy anniversary to the fellow panelists. 3 comments before I go. Yulin, thanks very much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Good program as usual. Kenisha, Douglas, great program, everyone. Exactly. Fun is needed also. And Jose is saying, and for the record, Reese, Guav boats did come to Sutter's 29th.
Okay, just before I go to Scholar, someone is saying, congratulations on your first anniversary. When you discussed education, I tried to communicate but was unsuccessful. I won't try tonight. I wanted to impress that education in Grenada has changed when secondary schools went to the country. I went to school when secondary school was only in town, and it did not only break up families, but it damaged so much people's percentage and everything positive. It's taken years in restoration, but thank God it has made a difference. Good night and keep up the good old talk. So that's the someone said, Reese, I didn't hear about Reese's daughter, but we did speak about Nala earlier.
Yeah, we did talk about Nala. Yeah, the nursery arrived.
Yes, indeed. So Skulls.
Hey, well, boy, I want to join with Risky and with Doc to say that this program has really done a lot, I think, for Grenada and Grenadians. I mean, the kind of feedback that I have been getting I sing calypso, and normally I'm a popular guy, especially coming around Carnival. But I have become even more popular because of people. People, I was surprised. I was in credit union, and there were two senior ladies, and one juked the next one. And I had my master with this, and one juked the next one and said, "Look, guys, you fella on We Culture." What the hell is that? They don't say that the guys don't. Look at that.
Being white.
Look at what girls are doing to me, So I understand the reach of the program. I understand what it is doing to the greatest I can, and I want to tap myself on the back. I want to congratulate, and sometimes, and it may sound as though I'm blowing my trumpet here, but as one person said, especially in the COVID times, it is much more sanitary to blow your own trumpet. So we have. I want to also recognize the kings of Prasad. I think Doc did that one night. I can't remember what was that program. He started that program and he told about 1 million names. And inside there was Pastor King and Mrs. Catherine King. Yes. But they are also ardent listeners to the program. I'm sure they are locked in front of their TV, the whole family. This shift is an event for the family. One of the things that We Culture I think has done, I remember quite well, We Culture has caused, us to recalibrate a lot in it and think about stuff. For example, Ireland, and how did Ireland become our national dish? And I don't think nobody has been able to suppress it and up to this day. I think We Culture established that the barbecue culture came from, because We Culture that established that. So that could be documented, right? When Reese spoke of the VECO, one thing I remember quite clearly about the VECO was when the gentleman said that when the VECO was playing, all Victoria women had to bail out from Carnival Day. Carnival Day, Victoria empty a woman because VECO want to kill them, so they have to migrate up to go up.
Women that pick up outside men. Women that pick up outside men.
So, and you understand what Rishi said when Rishi talk about the violence that the man. We Culture has, I joke around here and so on, but We Culture has also got into some trouble as well. There was a couple weeks when we discussed the Shanti mask, and I said that Shanti came from Shanti Bell. And some fellas want to put me through the road. They talk to know them man very quickly. So We Culture has also made me a two enemies, but it's all in fun, and it just shows depth of the discussion and how people were interested in the whole thing. I want to say one thing before I close, Godfrey, and that is a caller raised it that we have been here for 1 year. I want to tip my hat to Hobart for the kind sponsorship, and to say that although we're in a bad place right now in terms of business and so on, but I think We Culture is a program that needs and can be a greater sponsorship, and really is a people's program. And I would like for the next year or so to see the sponsors come on board. I think this interaction has people don't know, but we have become a family. Yes. People don't understand the interaction. They don't know. They think that when we come here for 2 hours, that sometimes as we finish, we take the next 30 minutes here before we go home.
Well, of course.
And then on WhatsApp, we chat, we pause, we argue, we think. We have become such a great family that it's all good, and I'm looking forward to another.
Oh, definitely. So, guys, I feel honored, and I'll tell you why. Because when people talk about the initiative, that I had of doing this program. It is just that. Because without you guys, it would just have been an initiative and not a program. And I thank you all so much for that. The joy of doing the program, the willingness of doing the program, all of that. I mean, it is so. And again, just to speak about the team. Like I said, myself and Livingston, we grew up together. We went to primary school together. We went to secondary school together. We were involved in sports. I mean, we've done so much together. So it's so easy, and the comfort there is just wonderful. Scholar, look, Mariel partner. I don't think people know how much me and Scholar cost sometimes. And it's just beautiful. Reese, I did not know Reese so well before, but being part of the program, I mean, it's just a family, and it's really, really beautiful. And I want to thank you guys very much. And I want to place that on record, my sincere appreciation, for having you guys on the program, with me. As Caller said, the chat after the talk, having to decide on what we're going to do. And folks, let me tell you, I don't decide what program we do. A lot of times we had to argue and we have to convince each other. Someone have an idea for a program, and it's not just that, we have to convince each other that is going to work and that is what we're going to do. And if we can, the conversation goes on WhatsApp, telephone calls, and so on. So it works so well, and I'm really happy for that. Scholar say he makes some enemies. I've made enemies too, but I've made friends, And my latest enemy is a fella with a long sleeve shirt, a tie, and a soft cloth pants, who decide that if I continue to interfere with Jab, he go come up in GBN and he go 6 letters of the alphabet me. But I want to tell you something.
Say it like that. If he was in a different place, you would have.
I would have said what he said. But tell him, at first he vexed. He said Godfrey and Bezinski, they come with a heartless thing, pushing about Jab and vaccinated. and let me tell you, the best part of it, folks, they put all that thing in the WhatsApp chat. I don't bother with them. And then my good partner Finley go tell him, well, watch, don't bother. You see those stories? He back, bro. So I was just reading quietly, and I leave them on their own. But it's all fun. Sometimes you and I'm sure it happened with the other guys. You probably relax quietly, and moments of the program cross your mind, and it just brings a smile to you. And it's such a joy. So to all of you, our listeners, our fans, we thank you so very much. I don't know if we missed some names. We probably did, because there is so much. But we thank you from the bottom of our heart. And we are going to continue. And we look forward to hearing from you with more ideas for programs, suggestions, and all of that. So definitely, We Culture is here to stay, because culture is something that cannot go away. So We Culture is here to stay.
Godfrey, before we go, I want us, look at in my hand, it's Talacasto white wine.
You go take a sip?
Let me take a virtual one.
Well, but well, that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing I was saying. That's the same thing I was saying. Hey, definitely so. But guys, before we go, we do a whole year of We Culture, and not one scholar ever give us a 2-line in a song.
Yeah, but that's your fault,
Why?
There was a program I had to start it with a song, and you get so tumbly.
I get tumbly.
You get so tumbly, and Gigi, you start with your own thing, and before you could have catch yourself, you forget?
No, but they're not you.
What do you mean? You fall?
Doc and all sing on the program.
Yeah, Doc sing.
Yeah, Doc sing.
And Doc sing. And that can sing.
Fellas, if we continue, so it is 10:20, and I know Doc had to get up before bed wife wake. Fellas, have a good night, happy anniversary, and until, well, tomorrow, please God.
Scholar, you know, in the past few weeks, almost whole week we making news. We Culture making news. Remember?
Yes.
I say no more.
Well, all I would say is, long live the aristocracy, done with jab. Have a good night.
Good night, guys.
All the best. Good night. Good night indeed.